Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and in this video we're going to answer that question, which is, a lot of people come up here in Onyx, and I'm forming this so poorly as a question, and they go, hey, I connected up a extra fader wing, whether it be an NX wing, a different console that's networked, an NXP, an NX Touch, doesn't matter. I hooked it up, and now when I go forward like on my banks, like here I'm going forward here on this NXP, and my NX Touch is just always doing the same thing. And I want them to be different. So how in the world do I tell Onyx that I want these to work differently? We're going to show you the basics, and then we're also going to take it to the next level. So be sure to watch, be sure to subscribe if you're not already and you're using Onyx, then this is the channel for you. By default, typically, when you put in a wing, it's going to do one or two things depending on if you're console or PC and what's set up and what's not. Okay, it's either going to follow the 10 playbacks at the bottom of the screen, 1 through 10, actually, and 11 through 20. That's 20, David. Learn math. Or it's going to work separately, like here. For example, I've got this NXP, I'm changing banks. I've got this NX Touch, I'm changing banks. It doesn't affect the main 1 through 10 here, and I don't see the status on the screen, including the names of my playbacks on this NXP or on this NX Touch. And these two are doing the same thing at the same time. So is there a way to fix this? Yes, there is. That's kind of a loaded question. So what we're going to do is show you that, also show you how to set up different DMX outputs on all these different devices that are hooked into the same Onyx PC, or in this case, an NX1. Okay, so watch out for that. So we're going to go into the menu here, press Onyx here at the top, and then I know you can't see this amazingly well. Maybe we'll include some screenshots, but I'm going to go to Menu, DMX Settings. Here, I'm going to see all my devices. So in this case, it's NX1, NXP, and NX Touch, okay, or in this case, an old M Touch, which is the previous model, okay? The top setting on all of these, except the NX1, but the external ones, the NXP and the Touch, is called Wing ID. So the general bit is this, that the spiel, is that your computer or your main console that's running Onyx is always going to be Wing ID 0, okay? When you switch banks on it here and on your main screen, those labels switch and they stay in sync with each other. Your other devices you'll set to other wing IDs in your show file or in your console. So for example here, I'm going to set this NXP to wing ID 1, it already is, and the M Touch to wing ID 2. Okay? Now, this is also where we set up DMX outputs. So here we have DMX Universe. Say I set that one to, looks like I can only go to 1 through 4, even though it should let me do 5 because it's licensed. It's not. And then my NXP, baby, are out. I press out, and then 5, out, and then 6, out, 7, out, 8. So now I've basically got, you know, the NX Touch is Universe 4, whatever. The 4 outs on the NX1 is 1 through 4, and the NXP's outputs as output should be 5 through 8. For some reason it didn't stick. That's what happens with new software sometimes. So I'm going to set up 5 and 6 there, and I'm going to back out of this menu and go back into it, make sure it's set. Yeah, it did set. I think there might be a bug here, which I will try to remember to report, that if you bounce around these panes without going out of it, it doesn't apply. So just set it, go back out of there, pop back in, and I will confirm that it did set correctly. Okay, so now we're like halfway there. Okay, but we can take this to pro level. So now we've got this so that this one can change independently, this one can change independently, this one can change independently. But the problem is that even though these 3 fader wings all work independently, I still can't see on my screen. I only see these 10 at the bottom. So what's the next level? The next level is to add an external screen. Okay, so just as an example here, I've got a touch screen here, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to see if it'll let me do it without hooking it up. And what I can do here now is I would enable it, which it's not enabled because it's not hooked up, but I'd enable it. So I go, sorry, skipped over that here. So I go to the Onyx menu to displays. Then I set, say we're going bottom left. When you set it, when you hook it up to the NX1 and it finds it, it drops you through a quick little calibration. So it would be enabled, and I would set the wing to 1 because the wing of this NXP is also 1. If I had a third display, I could do bottom right with the NX Touch in front of it. I could set that to wing ID 2. Press apply to all of those. Yep. And now, if I had these 3 guys, okay, so NX1, and then I had NXP with a screen, and I have the NX Touch in a screen over here maybe. Now, all 3 of these are changing banks independently, so they can all be on their own page of faders and switch between them. And we can see those labels on the screens in front of each unit. Now, I'm on an NX1. I can't actually hook up 2 screens to it. I can only hook up 1. But if I was on a bigger console or a PC, I could totally do that. And so now you've mastered the art of setting Wing ID in Onyx. Yay! If this has inspired you and made you say, okay, now I know that adding maybe an NXP or a Touch or something else to my setup is going to be what I need, or maybe you want to start with Onyx, you need your first Onyx device. We're here to help. And Learn Stage Lighting Gear, we got all the Onyx stuff, and we are the Onyx experts, and we would love to help you. You got to buy your stuff somewhere. Why not buy your Onyx stuff from the experts? So we'd love to help you. LearnStageLightingGear.com. Just head over there. We've got all that stuff. We've got lights, and we'll help you. If you're looking to buy stuff, you're not sure what to get, just fill out our contact form or ask for a quote. We would love to help. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. We'll see you over at Learn Stage Lighting Gear. Thanks.